What's up, everybody? Check this out. Oh, where'd it go? I finally got the right fit. I don't know why I had so many troubles with this, but it's a lot better now than what it used to be before. So, coming soon. I'm finishing the Cyclone now that everything is nice. I'll just keep that on here for now. Makes the screen more interesting. What's up, Pro Tyler Adventures? Also trying to fix your printer. Yep, that is the life of 3D printing, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna pull up my phone so I can actually see the chat a little better over here. I think I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. I should have done that before I started the stream. Sorry that I did not stream yesterday. I was out searching for those Sonic toys at Ross. I need to watch a quick video on how to do it. So this is one for a Anycubic Photon. I already did this part. I already put the gloves on. I already took it off. Obviously, you can see my hand goes through it. Let's see. Ooh, that's good to know. So this isn't the same kind of film, though. Okay, so apparently, if this is the same type of film, one side is smooth, one side is rough. Let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. We've got Votable Globe, Maxi, Fandom Lover. Let's not bring up any of that drama in this chat too, guys. I've been wanting to do art all day, and I've been having to do community moderation instead. So we are moving on from that. If anybody wants to know, I made a final announcement in the Discord server of what happened and my decisions on what to do, and that's the end of it. Trying to pull off this sticker here. This is the first time I've had to replace the FEP on my Galaxy One printer. And so I've been having the original FEP just get worse and worse, and there were kind of sections that I couldn't print on eventually. And there were kind of tiny little holes that I actually used tape to fill up. So this has been a long time coming. What's up, Chaos Element? That spelling of peace has a very different meaning. Sounds like I got chopped up. All right, let's see. So this whole thing, all the blue, presumably, is a film. Oh, okay, excellent. It has instructions. It says this side to face light source. So this is going to be face down, or at this orientation, face up. And then this one probably says face toward. Okay, watch. Look at the writing on this. Please, PLS. This printer cost thousands, and the wording for it is PLS. Please, very casual. Please take off the blue protection cover before use. So yeah, good idea. All right, so yeah, obviously this part is going to be facing up. Ooh, this is going to be so hard to work with. I do not like doing this. I did this a few times on my Saturn. But I forgot I was going to grab some water, so I will be right back. All right. I actually grabbed a water and Coke Zero. Oh yeah, I'll put on some background music. Let's do Sonic 2 soundtrack. Oh, so yeah, I'm not be putting my headphones on, so I'm not gonna be hearing the music. So I gotta turn down the volume so we don't get an echo. Turn my speakers down. Do you guys still hear that if I do that? Yes, you do. What's up, Choppus? What's up, YBZ? I don't know if I said what's up to Malamations, but what's up? All right. Tony. You know that. Okay, so I see. This is a little weird. Because previous printers I had two hard parts like this one. That's the camera. This is the best place I can put my camera right now. Yeah, so this is metal. And it goes like this. The FEP sits between the two. So this is a little different. Oh, it's still a little resin. I gotta put gloves on because there's still resin on this. Oh, guys, Squid finished printing. Every single piece. Yeah, Malamations, I saw your message, but obviously everything else was going on at the time. And I was trying to get to the point where I could stream. Yeah, Maxie, it turned out to be 133 hours of printing. But I've been printing non-stop. You guys aren't gonna see the perspective of it, because the camera is just in a weird place zoomed in. But here is just one of the fins. Yeah, here's my hand. So, you can imagine how big this is going to be. Oh, maybe I'll do that after fixing this. Maybe I'll do, because this is all just glue gun together. It's not the final epoxy. Maybe I'll do a final glue gun of everything on stream after I fix the FEP. Would you guys be interested in that? Here's the head. This thing's heavy. Oh, the head. It's not even gonna fit in the camera view. It's hard just to hold this up with one hand. And then for those who didn't see when I first started the stream, I got the joints for this finally working perfectly. And there's still a little bit of this, but it's like half as bad as the original. So I will be moving into production with Cyclones soon. What's up, Benji the Cool Kid 7 on YouTube? Alright, so I need to take this rubber part out, but I've never seen printer that has rubber like this for the FEP sheet. So I need to grab a lot of paper towels. Be right back again. Yeah, the problem is the high quality Cyclone just takes so long to print. And it's not like I can just set it off for a while. The situation is like there has to be multiple prints of a long time because they're not huge pieces, but there's only so many pieces I can fit, so I have to like come back to it. I can't just leave it like, I think it's a total of 20 something hours for a high quality Cyclone, but it's not like I can just leave that for 24 hours. I have to keep coming back every 8 hours or so to reset it up, you know? Alright. So I'm going to take this whole thing and just put it on this foam that I brought over here. I'm going to wipe this down a little. Apparently resin managed to seep in here over the last year or so of using it. I really am considering getting my Saturn hooked back up. I do want to do some clear stuff. I kind of want to do clear resin for the windows of the Cyclone. And I can't really do clear resin with this because this whole thing has to fill with clear resin and then be cleared out when I want to do something else. The thing is, I want to do a water simulation in Maya and make like a spiral of water coming up and make the artificial chaos. I think that'd be cool to paint or print in clear resin. Clear blue resin. And then I could do clear blue for Cyclone window. All right. So I need to look something up now about how to do this. Open up Firefox. Because the only place to find any information about this is on Facebook. That's the only way they give out information for this printer. Alright, so bear with me while I look for this. How do I search? There we go. Let's search for FEP. Searching. People are talking about diffused FEP sheets. Okay, so it's supposed to be frosted. Interesting, okay. Sorry that this part is boring, I'm Googling something. Nobody's showing how to actually install this particular FEP. Alright, I think I can wing it. Basically, the idea of an FEP is that this needs to get stretched over this like a drum. This vat is upside down right now. You may have seen in my videos that this is where it fills up inside. I need to get this to stretch and kind of just feel like a drum on top of it. So when we screw this in, it should have the consistency of to make a drum noise once it's together. So let's just wing it and see how it goes. Maxi, there has been no progress on Tikal other than when I finished the feet. The feet are done, but nothing else since then. I think I'm going to be finally wrapping up the work on Dragon Hunter Lancelot, though, because we were going to do a sale, Tito and me. he already finished his Silver Knight version a long time ago, but then I just got so busy with other things I didn't feel like making Dragon Hunter Lancelot. Oh man, I can feel the static. I'm gonna have to touch something metal, see if it hurts. Oh no, nothing happened. Alright, so that's one side. Going off of this side. It's a lot softer and thinner without the film on top, so I gotta remember this part is facing toward the light source, which is going to be this way. Oh man, I'm afraid I'm messing up the FEP. Chew, if you're listening, I actually do need a second hand. If you don't mind coming down. Oh yeah, this is impossible to do with a single hand. You head upstairs and grab the wife. We have a special guest for this stream. I'm gonna pull the camera up real quick. She's not coming? Tell her I moved the camera up and everything. That's right, Bailey Source. Well, Bailey Source is not the special guest. I need you to hold her up to the camera because I got my gloves on. Right here, you can see it. That. And hi, Poppy. Hi, Poppy. Everybody say hi to Poppy. Good kitty. Yeah, by the way, I got third place. Well, actually, I was announced as third place, but then I guess second place wasn't there. So I got the voucher for second place, and I got a hat from the bar. So that was pretty cool. We were all Ghostbusters last night. And let me put the camera back down, and Bailey Source is gonna help us. Alright, so this is just very staticky, so I'm gonna be grabbing the clear part. Hold on to the blue part. Now though, I want to make sure that this is up still because I have to make sure that this part. Oh, I can tell the difference. One side's okay, perfect. So this doesn't all just come back into a circle after. Ah! Wait a second. Why is this sticker on this side? Oh, it flipped up and off of it, I think. Okay, anyway, I know what it needs to be done. And yes, excellent. Thank you. Yeah, this should be all I need. No, this is the piece that goes on. Oh,
that makes more sense.
Yeah. All right, excellent. Thank you very much. Cool. All right, so just to double check the rougher side, the smooth side needs to be where the vat is, and the rough side needs to be that. It's gonna be hard. What's up, Pink GameCube? Also, I haven't greeted Miss Sika. Who else have I not greeted? Sonic Mushi? Ezekiel Cook? Welcome, everybody. You're just joining us? You just missed Poppy the cat. Man, I have no idea how to keep this properly flat. I'm gonna need something weighing it down, I think. Let's see if this is heavy enough. Reaper Metal Sonic. No, that's not good. Oh, I forgot a couple things. This plastic still needs to go beneath it. Take my gloves off because I need to be more, what's the word? Dexterous. Still feels a little greasy, so I'm gonna make sure to wash my hands as soon as I can. Let's just get this on. Oh my gosh, this this vat is so big. I did see that, Maxie. Does that mean he can't say, "Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald"? I need to put something under here at this point. Something about this tall. Do this there. This, let's see how that does. Ooh, it almost works. Let's put this underneath. Okay. So now I think what I'm going to do is just place the metal on top. I can just start to get a feel for how tight it needs to be. So like if I pull this up, this isn't tight enough, right? I start pulling. So it's like a drum-like feel to it, like a snare drum. Oh, the plastic beneath it came out. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be hard. What the heck? This again. Malamation says, "Oh, on my watch, you will say the line either way." So, what I'm trying to do is give this a little stretch. I think that's going to. I think I just need to get a couple in place to start. Use a toothpick, a little indentation here. I'm just gonna get this corner started. There's that corner, this side. Hello. Okay. Get it threaded in there. Yeah, right, YBZ? I can't believe how good it did. How well it performed. I guess maybe I should mix in some more, click on the trigger, topical stuff. I spend weeks making the things for just one video or something. And it sometimes does well, sometimes not. But yeah, just shopping for that. It was really become a good video on my channel. I'll do another video if I find the other two. I found Knuckles yesterday. I'm not going to do a video for each one. I might do a wrap-up. comparing them and like just talking about all the theories that people commented on. I found some interesting things about the box. Like even the numbers, the number indentations on them look slightly different. In fact, I'll just show you that right now. It's interesting. Oh no, not some jam. Let's see. So here's the bad one, here's the good one. Already people have pointed out that this is more saturated and darker than this one. You can really see how Chaos. Look at this. Alright, it's gonna be sideways for you guys. How Chaos is like so dark compared to the other one. But also, one of the big things I noticed is the indentation on these numbers make the numbers look way bigger. Let me see if I can capture it in the light. But I measured these with my micrometer. The numbers are actually the same size. It's just this indented more. And some people have been saying that the cardboard for this feels softer. I think it does. I think it does feel slightly softer on this. So yeah, some new interesting glues. And of course, here's the knuckles I found yesterday that has the extra shiny thing here. Got messed up paint, messed up head right off the bat. And it's also got, it doesn't have like the bottom part that goes like this for the packaging, so it's just very loose in there. And the plastic all seems broken too, it seems a bit thinner. So that's all interesting stuff. It's funny that my verdict was that I do think it was, I don't necessarily think it's a bootleg. I think there's a way that these could have been factory rejects. So I'm still on the factory reject side. I would be happy for them to turn out bootlegs, as I mentioned in the video. I don't know if this is going to be tight enough. Starting, I kind of need another hand. Shoot. Well, at least I can get rid of these because now we've got it partially in there. What I really need to do is try to stretch this out. It have kind of a, it should sound like a drum. What I might need to do is like put one screw in and then unscrew other ones as I stretch it out. But anyway, what I was saying is, one of the big reasons that I want these to be bootleg is there's this guy just being a jerk to everybody on Reddit. Like, he feels like he's being attacked by the bootleggers. He calls them, I don't know if I can say this word and stay monetized. The German political party in the 40s, / to this day. He calls them bootleg that. He's claiming that people are going to come after him, but like, nobody's responding to him. And he's calling everybody kids and like saying, "Oh, I've been collecting for 30 plus years. All you kids can believe what you want." Oh, it means you're probably my age. It is very, very cringe to be spending that time being so upset about that. So partially because he's being rude to everybody, I want. It's unfortunate because he and I have the same opinion, but I would like our opinion to be wrong. Just to see that happen. Oh, Yahtzee. Like, it's not that serious. There's not like this group of people coming after you because you think they're factory rejects. Then literally, I see nobody attacking him in any way. I don't even see anybody responding to him. Maybe he's getting DMs, I don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna... This is still feeling too loose. You definitely want it to be not moving this much. So now that I have 3 sides in, I'm actually going to start poking more holes and undoing some of these in order to try to like pull this one side out. Kinda needs another set of hands again, but I'm gonna try not to call Bailey Soares back down. Oh, I haven't seen that meme, Sparkle Wolf, but I can imagine what it looks like. Okay, so that's getting a little bit tighter. So I think I'll start putting one here. I'm gonna just progressively get this tighter and tighter. I don't know if this is the right way. I'm kind of winging it. So Highwell, this is the bat where the resin goes in. So the laser is actually pointing this way. So this is upside down. Laser's pointing this way, going like this, back and forth, to print one layer at a time. And this needs to be slightly springy. It needs to feel kind of like a snare drum. For anybody who was in percussion in high school or any school. And so it's kind of that tough balance of getting it just right. You also have to have all these screws because you don't want the resin to leak out of it. That's good. It's getting a little tighter, so now I'm going to do that same thing on this side where I'm going to undo this screw. Basically, those first 4 screws was just to get it stable and in position. Now I take that off and I pull this again. Really get it tight from this side. But unfortunately, it's kind of sticking to that rubber that's under there. That's weird. Yeah, I can already feel it getting tighter, so now we're going to poke a hole here. I kind of feel like this hole has remained in the same position, so I feel like I don't need to undo these screws like I just did every time. Yeah, it's got to be taut, but it also has to be stretchable. That's how it works, because the cured resin will stick to the other side of this, so it needs to be able to pull up, but it needs to be slightly flexible. Sometimes if you listen closely to it printing, and if you're printing enough stuff, you can hear kind of a snap under the resin, kind of like a, every time it picks up, like you can hear each dot of plastic of the supports kind of lifting up, and you want to hear that. In fact, I remember with my first resin printer, I didn't know about that, and so I messaged my friends like, guys, this is a weird sound, check this out. And they're like, oh yeah, that means it's working. That means it's not getting too stuck. It's peeling off properly, and in fact, you want to hear that. But there is a certain, it's kind of a small window where it needs to be just right enough tight, but not too loose. We'll work on this corner now. Sorry if these noises are loud in the mic. Oh dang, that's a bummer. YBZ. Hey, if anybody finds extra Amy's or silvers, just one of each, and will be willing to sell them to me, hit me up. Because I've been searching all of yesterday and the first half of today. Yeah, Sparkle Wolf, despite how much I do 3D printing, and that's kind of the whole point of my channel, I actually don't like 3D printing. I don't like the guess and check. I don't like how much work it took just to get this to finally be good today for the first time. I don't like the waiting. I'm a patient person, but I still don't like the wait. Okay, still feels a little loose, but let's just keep tightening and see how it goes. At a certain point, I want to see if I'm not making any more progress on tightening. And I'm like, okay, whatever I'm doing doesn't work, and I don't want to puncture too many holes in it. I think we're getting there. I think it's getting tighter each time I do this. Oh yeah, our fandom, are people selling them for relatively cheap on eBay? because I enjoy the hunt, but I feel like I've done my due diligence. I went to the next state over to look at Ross's yesterday, and I did find Knuckles by doing that. So I didn't come back empty-handed, but it took a whole day just to get the one Knuckles. It was a fun day, though. My wife and I went out and we had lunch. She enjoys shopping. I think she got a coat or something, or maybe she was looking at coats. Oh, you hear that? Still feels a little loose to me, but I think we're getting there. Finally found movie 3 Robotnik. That was the only one I was missing from Wave 1. I found it at Target yesterday. Oh, depends on what you're using it for, Chaos Element. Like, it is a pain, but I love it for making Sonic figures. Like, it's a hard tool to use, but I wouldn't want to make stuff with FDM. Except for big stuff, obviously, like the Cyclone. But yeah, for the little details that I need to fit perfectly on hands and stuff. I don't like doing a lot of processing on stuff either. So it's nice to not have to sand it down or use a bunch of filler primer to get it smooth, things like that. I am getting a lot of text messages, or maybe it's Instagram, or maybe it's Discord. I just want to make sure there's a lot in a row. I want to make sure something bad's not happening. Oh no, it's Fandom sending me things. I'll take a look at those later. When I was at Ross today, there was a little toddler with his mom. I was in the toy section looking for Sonic toys, and the toddler takes like a Nerf gun off the rack, and the mom says something like, "Okay, come this way," and she walks around the corner, just leaving him in the aisle there. He just drops it on the ground. In the corner of my eye, I could see it, and I saw he went to go pick it up, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cute that he's gonna put it back on the shelf. Good boy." And then I see him walking toward me in the corner of my eye. I was like 10 feet away. So I look at him and he's holding it up toward me while walking toward me. And he's so cute. He's got a pacifier in his mouth, and there's like a little Dalmatian plush attached to it all swinging around. And he's just like looking at me like coming to give it to me. And I say, "Oh, thank you." And then once he gets to me, he just like drops it up at my feet and runs away. Or not runs away, just like walks away, just toddling. Oh, Maxie, did I say something weird that I don't know? That's a weird term in the current zeitgeist. My bad. I just meant to be like good. He's following the rules. He's being good. Mugged by a child. Yeah, buy me this. Buy me this. Leave it at the front of the store. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Fandom. Oh, $10 to $20, yeah. I would like to find it for cheaper, but First of all, I need another Amy for one of the customs I want to make. It doesn't matter if it's bad quality or not, because I'm going to be modifying it fairly heavily. And then I really want that clear emerald just for the fun of having it. Like this Sonic that I have, I kind of treasure this Sonic just because of the fun. YBZ, it did not sell well. I think I estimated that wrong. I think I sold 3. Honey Kit, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, to me, there's not much that I care for the Sonic other than, well, I do like the color of the blue actually, but yeah, just the memory of staying up until 12 to get that video done after happening to find it at my local Ross. Just a really positive thing, and then waking up to seeing, I think I was at like 5,000 views by the time I woke up. Now we're at, I think, 12,000. My app is always a little bit further forward than what it shows to everyone else. Yeah, not a lot of people have Metal Sonic that they're willing to take apart. In fact, I had 2 Metal Sonics, one of which I primed for my Metallic Emperor. I forget exactly what the name is. So I was going to make a custom of that, so I primed it. That's what I was originally going to use for this project. But then, after I cut off the ears, or like the back of the head to put it in the original one, like this, so that's all cut off back there. Then I couldn't reuse that, so I was like, oh well, I gotta use my regular Metal Sonic. The next sale, I'm trying to get some a bunch more Shadow Lancelots printed so I can do kits. All the kits that we have, we painted, and so we just have a small number of them to sell full. They're like fully painted at least, and so I don't know how many we actually have unpainted. So that's what I last tried to print, was a batch of those, and that's when it failed. And I was like, okay, it's finally time to replace the FTP. I'm getting too many failures. That might actually make it easier for me to. It might make the failure rate for the Shadow Wings better too. Because for a while I didn't think I was going to be buying Shadow Wings once that one was announced, so I started just selling them privately. And then a lot of people are asking for it, so I'm like, oh shoot, now I need to make more in order to do a proper sale. So I'll be trying that again soon. Yeah, this is feeling tighter and tighter the more I go. It's feeling pretty good. I think that's the key to the reason they put rubber under it, is so that it can compress and stretch it out more. Yeah, it's true, Sparkle Wolf. I want to try to get my Shadow Wings video out soon. While it's still fresh in people's minds. In fact, I might do that after the stream, is work on that editing. One thing that I kind of learned from this newest video is I love making those intros that I make, but I think people are clicking away too much during the intros. So I think if I just get more right to the point with it, it's both going to be easier to edit, because I spend a lot of time on those intros, as much as I love them. But they do take a long time to make and edit. Maybe I'll just get more right to the point with the Shadow Wings and see how that does analytics-wise. So, for Whisper's cape, I actually used one of my sculpting gloves. You guys know how I put these gloves on to sculpt the ones with the 2 fingers? So I went to Joann's and found a bunch of materials that I liked. I had like 3 materials that I wanted to use for it, and then those just weren't working out. They were they would fray too much where the cut was, and it just didn't look good at that scale. So then, as I was just looking around, I was like, wow, this, I don't know, maybe it's like a spandex or neoprene material, I don't know. But it just had just the right scale to it, the tiny little threads. And so, yeah, I just cut apart one of those. Oh yeah, YBZ, I'm working on getting more Whisper printed. This is part of it, is trying to get my printer reliable to do it. Because Whisper has a lot of issues printing as well. So hopefully this reset, having this nice new FEP, should make everything easier for printing. And I can get out the things that I've been telling people. I'm going to try to get it to them. Well, what I'm trying to say, YBZ, is that if this works well, in the next couple days, I may be able to do that. So, it may be sooner than later. Okay, it feels like it's staying the same tightness, but this tightness seems good, so if maybe a little loose, I don't know. We'll see. It feels about the same, if slightly looser than how it came. But I'm going to tighten all of these one go around, and maybe that'll help get it even tighter. At a certain point, if you make it too tight, you'll rip it. And you don't want that leaking through. Because the previous one actually punctured a little bit, and it let resins through onto the glass screen. And then it cured on there. That was rough. I think I have footage of it too. I don't know what video I was doing at the time, but eventually you'll see footage of that in a video. I think it might actually be part of the Shadow Wings is where that happened. So you may see it in that video soon. What's up, Flesh Grinder? Welcome. I'm almost done doing something boring, and I'm going to be doing something more exciting. Yep, Sparkle Wolf, you got a lot of projects in progress. Oh, that's sounding good. Okay. So as you can see, this is where the resin usually goes in. Look how nice and clean that is. It's cloudier than other FEPs that I've seen, but I just looked it up today, and people were like, hey, is it supposed to be cloudy? And they said, yes. So, seems a little unintuitive to me that you would want cloudy, but everybody's saying it's supposed to be. I think because I'm used to LCD UV printers, and this is a laser one, so it's both UV light, but it's shown in a different way. The LCD is like a TV screen, but with just purple or UV light beneath it. And then this one has a laser that it angles back and forth this way and then moves on a motor across. So my Saturn actually does one layer really quick. And so it's actually, you can put as much as you want across here, and it won't matter. The only thing that matters is the height. However, with this one, now it does matter because it's actually moving on a motor and then also moving up. All right, I'm going to go upstairs and grab some scissors to cut the excess around the edge. right. What's up, Whis the Geek? Maxie says Saturn like Sega Saturn? Nah, it's the brand Elegoo. Elegoo Saturn. I don't know how close I'm supposed to cut this because I think it's fine as it is. Does it just peel off? No, it's not peeling off. I think an X-Acto knife would be better for this. Also, there's some gluey gunk on this, making the scissors hard to use. Yeah, I need to use something else. All right. I don't have an X-Acto knife, but I got this blade here. Go in there and cut along this line nice and clean. All right. I think it's good. Get the little bits of fuzz off of that. All right, I'm going to go put this back on the printer. I'm not going to set up a print right now. I'll do that after the stream. But we're going to do something a little bit more fun now. All right. Not Jackbox, I'm sorry. I mean, get hopes up about Jackbox. I've been, with the things that went on today, I've just been dying to get to do an art. In fact, I didn't do a whole lot of art this weekend. I released a whole video this weekend. Jeez, that was just yesterday. But I don't feel like I've done a lot of art because I was shopping yesterday and this morning. And I did the Halloween party yesterday. And then community management stuff today. So I'm definitely wanting to progress on art. Yeah, I might do I'm sure I will do a speed battle stream soon. I do not buy other people's kits. I'm not to say I never will, but I guess I should say I haven't yet. I might someday. Like if there's something I don't like maybe if they sold it to me private, like I wouldn't want to have to try to look out for an Etsy sale and try to remember. If there was something I liked, maybe even just buy the files from somebody if they were down for that and print it myself. But I think the part that I more enjoy about making Sonic stuff is that I made it. I've bought people's brush kits. Like I bought stuff from Tito's affiliate links. Yeah, I've got like the pens that he uses and stuff. Oh yeah, and I've bought I think Sparkle was talking about ZBrush brushes, right? I remember that. It was worth the try, and then we found out we couldn't use them. All right, so the reason I'm keeping my camera over here is I think I need a lot of view. So yeah. I think this will work. Oh, thank you, fandom. If you didn't hear, I won this beanie last night for a costume contest. Alright. Oh, man. So, this doesn't even fit in the camera. I have to try to back up a little. So, this is what we're working with right now. Not painting yet, because it's still pretty rainy outside. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's the wrong side. Yeah, so this is going to go... So there's a problem with this head. It doesn't have the holes in it. This is so unwieldy to show. So check this out. So I put holes on the sides here for things to slot into, but something went wrong. It didn't... Maybe I used an old version of the file to try to do these holes. So this is going to have to be drilled out. But yeah, I can't paint yet because it needs to all be first epoxied and then spray painted and then sanded. And it's too wet outside to do that. But here's what this will be like. I can't even get the full thing in the camera. Oh my god. It's so heavy. Ugh. Wow. Okay. I see, unfortunately, it looks like... Oh, part of this is already breaking, so I'm going to have to make sure to glue this part. This little fin thing, it's kind of breaking off. I am going to be hanging it. Yeah, that's the only way I can do this. I think I'm going to put it... So normally the camera is over there, facing this way toward me, which means that you'd see, like, you know, the whole background. And then I think if I put this here, you'll see Squid hanging in my normal camera view. Yeah, right, Maxie? Gains. Squid gains. Alright, so let's grab some of these other pieces. Alright, so... Oh my gosh, what have I done? Jeez. Oh, dropping everything. I don't even have a camera set up that will show this well. Woo! Nice, Phantom. That's exactly how it goes down. All right. So, let's get started on these pieces. Some of them still have the supports attached. Let me find a place to throw my trash. That's a good spot down there. In that box. I'll start to take the supports off of this. Oh no, I accidentally ripped off one of the tabs there. Gotta be careful. So I put these little shapes in here, so like this side will slot into holes in another slide. I call these keys. I don't know if that's the proper term for what I'm doing here. But like if this was a mold, these would be keys. That's what they're called. So this guy, it's like Legos without instructions. I think I discovered that this guy was something like 25 pieces. Costs $113 of plastic alone. It's gonna weigh over 10 pounds. 10 pounds for a 4-inch scale figure. What is 4-inch scale? Like, you know how toys have different scales? Like, I think Pokemon Scale Roll is something like 1/28. What is Sonic Jakks Pacific 4-inch scale? Oh, looks like the music stopped. I'm sorry. I don't hear the music because I'm using my mic and I don't have my wireless headphones working. All the batteries in my house are just not working. They scale with 1/12 scale humans. Well, it definitely went through the playlist, and I can see it showing desktop audio. Are you guys not hearing it right now? It shows desktop audio happening. I'll show you what I'm looking at when I talk about these kind of sound things. So this is what I'm looking at when I don't hear it, like if I'm trying to see what you guys hear. I've got it in the green. Oh yeah, I definitely saw this doing it earlier because I turned the volume down a little when I did it. Wonder if this playlist is just not very long. I got all these little... I hate the supports. They always give me grief. Actually, instead of hot gluing this together, I think I might... Oh, I don't have epoxy. I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store. So hi, Will. I am working on Squid. He just finished printing last night. Oh man, he's gonna be huge. fact, I'm wondering if... Yeah, I think I'm not going to glue this together. I was going to glue this together on stream with just hot glue, just so people could see what it looks like, but that's a lot of extra work that I know is going to be temporary, because I'm only gluing it together to see the size and get cool pictures and stuff, but at this point, now that it's done printing, I think I am just going to go to the step of... I lost my train of thought. The step of epoxying it all together and getting it nice and solid. Probably not the kind of epoxy you're thinking of, Wisp, because I know a lot of people talk about epoxy sculpt, like the clay. The type of epoxy I'm talking about is like epoxy glue. Like the two-part, it comes in a tube with two sides to it. When did I do it? I did it recently for a video. What video was that I used epoxy? Maybe it's one of my unreleased videos. I have like over a dozen videos ready to edit of things that I've made. So I'm kind of thinking that my tablet being busted is a little bit of a blessing in disguise, but it's forcing me not to do any new sculpting. Nice, fandom. Sparkle says, I take it you'll never sell squid? Well, I'd be willing to sell squid kits, but it would have to be for over $200. Because it was 130 hours of printing, and it does take time for me to take these, you know, you see me trying to get all these little bits of plastic off of the supports. So probably have to sell it for over 250 bucks just to make it worth it. I don't think anybody would pay that much for it. This is going to be a test to see if a video of something so just outlandishly big for a Sonic figure will be interesting for the channel, or if it'll just get sub 1,000 views. My Reaper Metal isn't quite being a great performing video. It's better than average, but I thought that would have been a lot better. And then, of course, yesterday's video, just reviewing the bootleg stuff, got tons of attention. Oh, that would be cool. Who said that? YBZ, I think, said it, but I don't see the message now. Did you delete your message? I thought I saw YBZ. Oh, it's Highwell. Highwell said, are you planning on adding LEDs to it to give the red glowing parts some light? I can't. That would be too much work. It's not really built that way anyway. Like, what I built isn't hollow enough to like put wiring through it. I have to do a bunch of drilling and stuff. YBZ, it wasn't your message for some reason. When I was looking for the message, I thought it was you, and then I wasn't looking at Highwell Plays' name when I was trying to find the message. Oh yeah, selling small ones would be cool. Put them together like a puzzle. That could be a nice product, actually. They could still be kind of big. It could be like 4-inch scale. My favorite Sonic custom is probably going to be this. But I didn't build this from scratch. I took the model. Of course, I did a ton of modifications. I probably still did like 8 hours of work, 3D modeling work on this to get it ready for print. But, you know, I don't always like the stuff that I started from existing models. I'm more attached to the things I make from scratch. So when it comes to the things I made from scratch, definitely the Doom wings. That is definitely my favorite. Just gets so big. So big and detailed. And at the time, I did the sculpt, I think the weekend that trailer came out, right? Maxie says, how does it look next to the 4-inch Sonic? So I estimated based on pictures. I think it's a little small, believe it or not. I think Sonic should be a little bit smaller in comparison to the eye. But I think 2.5-inch Sonic. Let's grab this classic Sonic. I think he might be a little bit too small. Oh no, maybe he's just about right. So maybe this would be more appropriate to be a 2.5 scale. I'm gonna call it 4. Because I earnestly made those estimations trying to make it a 4-inch scale. It's just, it seems like once I put it together, that it's not looking exactly as big as it would be in the game. It's kind of the opposite of what happened with Whale Lord. Whale Lord, I messed up the measurement, and I didn't count the tail as part of that measurement. So, yeah, Whale Lord is actually a little bit bigger than the scale he's supposed to be for Pokemon Scale World. Which I'd rather it be overly big than too small. But I won't be redoing this. It's too late. Once I realized that this was a little bit small, I was like, I'll just roll with it. Yeah, I might do that. If I start to do a run of a lot of Doom wings and they're selling really well, I may do it for the 5-inch Shadow. It's gonna make it even harder to print though, as many of you know I hate printing them. But hopefully those upgrades I made today will make me hate printing them less. Because I'll have less issues with it. Alright. Now I'm going to put on my mask and start sanding these. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear me talk well with the mask on. Taking off my beanie for sanding too, so I'm going to have bad hat hair. Can't find my mask.
Alright, now I need sandpaper.
Any new additions to my Scale World collection? Yes. my friends were just in Japan, and they picked me up the Scarlet and Violet trainer. So there weren't a lot of new exciting things out right now in Japan for Pokemon Scale World. And at that one I was like, yeah, I kind of want that for the fact that I have a bunch of the trainers. You guys haven't really seen it yet, but I love having the trainers of all the different generations, and I actually made a custom of Pokemon Colosseum. Remember on GameCube they had like a story with it. Wes, like the main trainer from it, I also made him at Pokemon Scale World, so I have him along with Gen 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, and now whatever this one is. It Gen 9? I should be wearing goggles probably, but I generally just do this for sanding FDM.
You guys, I want to do a test.
I want to do a test. I want to see if you guys can hear me when I'm talking at a normal voice, and I'm going to talk at a louder voice and see if you guys can even make out what I'm saying.
Here's me talking at a normal voice. It's going to sound muffled. Here's me yelling. It's going to sound muffled but louder. Can you guys hear that? What works better for y'all? Maxie, I am sanding down the parts of Squid. Oh, I hope the sanding isn't too loud. Right now I'm only sanding the joints just to... There's some imperfections here. I just want to get rid of those so these pieces fit together well. Oh yeah, I like the Loadler ones. And also just kind of around the edges right here, because sometimes little bits of stray print filament kind of comes off here. Listen to my voice in the mask. Let it soothe you. I do want to leave these a little bit rough though, because I want the glue to pull onto it well. McDonald's. I don't think I've had McDonald's for quite a while. Oh, I regret glue gunning this, because now I've got all this glue on it. And now I need to take off. Not much, just sanding. Now switch to playlist, let's see what we got. Oh no, there's plenty left in the playlist. I've not done anything on Egg Viper. Now that I've got the cyclo joints finally working well, more articulated FDM things are to come. Yeah, I'd love to make more mechs. Yeah, as far as the pricing goes for them, I gotta figure out how much the printer time is worth. What's interesting, if I could start making things that I don't need to paint, like mech kits, and those sell well, that's kind of turnkey. If I'm just constantly printing all day, maybe I can get another printer if I sell enough, and then I can double the speed at which I print them. The Cyclone is still quite a few hours to print. I think it's almost a whole 24 hours. But that's with work in between, like, it's not just a single print for 24 hours. It's a bunch more than that. It's me having to take stuff off, or swap filaments, all kinds of things like that. It might cost that in plastic alone. Maybe not.
I think I might be able to get it down to 60. Let me see what the actual plastic cost is of it real quick. Let's see. No, I'll look that up later. I don't want to break up the stream doing this. Yeah, I might be able to do it for that, as low as that.
Oh, no worries. I was interested in it myself. Oh, that's
The funny thing, fandom, is for the trailer for, I keep looking towards myself. I mean, you look at the camera. For the trailer for the Cyclone, I was thinking of making like one of those old style, like Kenner Star Wars ships with, like, you know, they'll set up a bunch of bricks or something, like smash it through them, like, hey, and it's kids going like, hey, it's Tails in the Cyclone. Funny things like that.
Oh yeah, I saw that box recently, YBZ. That looks good. Good way to display them. Alright, so
This is going to be one of the last times until it's done that y'all see it like this. I'm going to take it apart right now. So this is all just glue gun together. It's not final. So here's the head, big as it is. And here is one of the fins. Holy moly, what is this going to be? It's just going to fill out this whole corner. I am so excited about this. Yeah, I'm gonna tear this apart now and rip the glue gun off so I can clean it up to actually epoxy it together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna epoxy little pieces like this together because I want to do filler primer all along the surface and fill these gaps. And I want them to be attached to each other during the priming process.
feels like the plastic itself is cracking here.
Alright, this this might be a problem. I think I glue gunned it too well. I tried to do just small amounts of glue gun to kind of tack it into place. Oh no! The glue gun is ripping the plastic apart. Look at this. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to throw this in the oven. So I think I'm not gonna keep doing this on stream. What I need to do is just... You can actually put 3D prints, FDM prints, in the oven to anneal them, I guess. You put it to about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's supposed to make the prints stronger if you put them in there for like 20 minutes. But I'm thinking I'll put it in the oven so that the glue gun... See, the glue gun, when I rip this apart, look at the damage it made. So, I glued this together with hot glue just to see the shape. I didn't have to do that. That was just me being... I wanted to get pictures of it and stuff, and I was excited. But honestly, I should have just not done glue gun on this at all. Did it really sync up with that Wisp? Because I can't hear it. I don't have my headphones in. That's cool. Yeah, you know what? Because I'm having these problems with it ripping apart, and it is... Oh, it's already 4? I've only been streaming for an hour and a half, but I do want to keep working on this, and the next steps are not really streamable. It's going to be me popping this in the oven, and I have to go to Home Depot and get the epoxy and some more filler primer. I hope it's not too wet outside to do filler primer. Doesn't matter so much for the primer, because I just want to get it on the surface nicely. But it does matter for the layers of silver I'm going to do too. I think I'm going to make it, I think in the game it's kind of like a bluish silver. I'll have to take a look at pictures and find out what I want to do with it. Okay, well, yeah, sorry that this was a short stream, but yeah, I think that's the next steps that I gotta do. I gotta be upstairs doing that, I gotta be outside, so it's not gonna really work out to be streaming those next steps, so I think I'll wrap it up here. Let's go ahead and read the names of who was here. I've been doing a better job of actually going back to the YouTube videos and looking them up, so I can have names more accurately than what Streamlabs shows me. So let's go ahead and read that out. We have Chaos Element, Mess of a Desk, Fandom Lever, Malamations, Ezekiel Cook, Sparklewolf 404, Maxi, Sonic Mushi, YBZ, Mystica, Pink GameCube, and looks like Flash Grinder, Wisp the Geek, Highwell Plays, and did I miss anybody? I think I'm about at the bottom of the list. Oh, God, Chaos Element. Why you gotta do that? Give me such a great idea. That would be incredible with controllers that fit in their hands. What's up, Bassstraw? Man, I really want to do that Chaos Element. That would be incredible. Why you gotta get me all excited like that? That's sick. All right, I'm probably gonna do that. I gotta finish Squid. I gotta get Squid glued together and primed before I let myself do that. How about that? That's the rule. Yeah, when that came to mind, I was thinking Saturn and Dreamcast, both of those. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a shorter stream, but yeah, I gotta heat these up to get the glue separated. I gotta go to Home Depot, a lot of stuff like that. Stay tuned for future of actually now going into production with Cyclones. Now I got the joints right, and we got a lot of fun stuff in the future. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.